So you own a STIHL BR 600 backpack blower. The leaves are starting to fall and you were like, I gotta get in, I gotta get a backpack blower. I just cannot keep up with my rake or my handheld blower or my battery blower. It just doesn't have the power I need. You landed on a STIHL BR 600 backpack blower. Congratulations. Now I want you to get the most out of this machine, to have this machine for 15 years. And at Carl's Mower and Saw, we're here to help you do that. Let's start with the basics. Safety, 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 safety. Loud blowers, extended period of time. And although this is not super loud compared to most blowers, there's still noise, so we should always protect our ears. I will tell you there are times when I cheat. Don't cheat. And I run it for 10 or 15 minutes and I get done and I think, why did I do that? I'm not going to be able to get my hearing back. Now, I went to plenty of rock concerts as a kid, and so my hearing's already screwed up, but I'm starting to understand more and more why I should take care of my hearing. So protect your ears and probably protect your eyes. It seems kind of weird. You're blowing stuff away from you, but you get in a tight area up against your house and stuff curls up the wall and comes flying back at you. So eyes and ears, these are some great safety glasses. I can hardly see through them. Get some better ones than this. Protect your eyes and ears with the right stuff when it comes to running a backpack blower. Mix fuel. I got a couple choices. I can go to the gas station, I can get ethanol-free fuel, and I can put it with STIHL HP Ultra. This is usually what I am doing in my backpack blower because when I run it, I'm going through a lot of gas. But when the off season comes, so once I'm through the leaf season of the fall and I'm getting into December, I start running Moto Mix until spring comes and I'm using this thing more regularly. Moto Mix is amazing. We got a 2-year plus shelf life. We just don't fight the normal fuel related problems. That fuel is going to go right here. Bam, loosen the cap. It holds a lot. We're talking, I want to say it's like 64 ounces, maybe like about a half a gallon. So a lot of fuel will go in there and it's going to run about an hour on a tank of gas. Fill that tank up and let's prime it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I then flip this choke up. Hold on, I had the cruise control set. Did you see that? So if the cruise control, we'll go back, but if the cruise control is set, this choke won't hold, okay? Take that cruise control off and the choke now holds. That's because the choke is attached to the throttle trigger. When I squeeze the throttle, hear that click? The choke popped off. So we're gonna prime it, choke it. You'll notice they have this nice little, I call it my foot pad here, so I can simply come, put my foot like so, put my left hand here and pull the rope. Okay, so easy to work with. Got something to hold it securely in place between my hand and my foot, and then just pull. This is a 65cc engine, somewhere right around there. Don't quote me exactly, but I want to say it's a 65cc or 64 point ... engine. This should pull really hard, but because it's a STIHL 4-mix, it pulls super easy. That's what it's going to take. It's going to start up as soon as it starts. About 5 seconds, I'm going to hit the trigger. Choke is going to come off. I'm going to let it warm up. I'm grabbing my earmuffs. I'm grabbing my safety glasses. I'm now extending these straps to make putting it on easy. Pop it on my back. I didn't extend that one far enough. Pop it on my back. And now let's dial it in. We've got a couple things we can do. Right here, my thumbs go in, and I can suck these down, which is going to pull it in. And then up top, I have a strap here that can pull the top in. So a lot can be done to match this and make it comfortable to run for extended periods of time. If I get sick of holding this throttle trigger, I can set the cruise control. We talked about that. Okay, easy. Now over time, this is really kind of a squirrel, but since my hand is on the trigger, over time this throttle cable is going to stretch. There's a small little flat-headed screw in there. You can use a small little screwdriver and I can tighten that throttle cable just to get up to maximum power again. So if you're ever running this and it's like, man, it takes a lot of throttle pull to get any response out of the engine, take a peek at that. Let's talk about some maintenance stuff. If we're running good gas and oil, very minimal maintenance is going to need to happen to this. We're not going to be messing with the carburetor. but we do need to pay attention to our valves and our air filter and a spark plug once in a while. On the side right here, turn this a little bit without knocking everything off my table, I have 2 screws. Loosen that screw and loosen that screw, and I am to my air filter. And it is a beautiful, loosen them all the way and it really helps. And it is a beautiful pleated paper air filter with a nice soft rubber, so it really seals well around. Did you notice how I pulled it out? It went in like this. I don't know how, but every once in a while I have people put it on backwards and inside out. It just doesn't work. It now doesn't seal, and now all of that dust that you're blowing up in the air is being sucked right in, and you're just going to roast your engine. So put that filter in right. Keep an eye on this. Can I see good light through it? Tap it out. If it's starting to get ugly, throw a new one in. This is the filter that is super important to the engine life, stopping that dirt, dust that you're blowing up in the air. Cover goes back on. See if I can do this. And then moving across, we're going to have our spark plug. Grab the boot firmly with your 2 fingers and wiggle it out of there. It's a little hard the first time to get that off. Sometimes I'll take my scrunch and pop that underneath and use it to pry out like so. There's my spark plug exposed. Valves. You heard me mention valves. I don't see any valves. Where are the valves? Well, those suckers are hiding kind of deep down. Not really deep down. I need to take this cover off, and I'll have a small overhead valve cover right here. At about 125 to 150 hours, this pull is going to get harder. It's going to get chunkier, and it's not going to want to start. The thing's going to be a little lethargic and lacking power. It's due for a valve adjustment. When that time comes, bring the machine into Carl's. You're going to want to have an expert, a technician, one of our guys in the shop do this, really to extend your life. If you ignore it, if you just pull through the pain, if you pull through that chunkiness, you'll crush this engine between 400 and 500 hours. If you do it right, this thing should last you well over 1,000 hours under proper care and life. There you go, the STIHL BR 600. Let's run good mix. Let's keep up on our air filter. Let's throw a spark plug in once in a while, and let's make sure we have those valves adjusted at the right time. Enjoy this machine. We will see you soon to pick up more supplies for your STIHL BR 600 at Carl's Mower.